Hey guys, Amanda and Renee here again to give you another update on our boys in the NICU. I wanted to share with you guys a story that I came across in the Bible that really encouraged Renee and I this week. It's in 2 Kings 6, and it says that the Syrians were surrounding the Israelites, and they were very afraid. And then if you jump down to verse 15, it says this. And when the servant of the man of God arose early and went out, there was an army surrounding the city with horses and chariots. And his servant said to him, My master, what shall we do? So he answered, he being Elisha, Do not fear, for those who are with us are more than those who are with them. And Elisha prayed and said, Lord, I pray, open his eyes that he may see. Then the Lord opened the eyes of the young man, and he saw. And behold, the mountains was full of horses and chariots of fire all around Elisha. Elisha asked God to open his eyes that he could literally see the army of angels that were all around them, that they were going to be fighting on their behalf. And so I thought, Renee, could there be that there are armies of angels all around us and maybe we're just too blind to see it? So Lord, remove the veil from our eyes, and God did just that. So you know who our angel armies are? It's Renee's parents who come every single day to drop off food for us. It's my parents who come with clothes that are washed for the boys to use. Our angel armies are you guys who've been praying and sending us messages and encouraging us. It's every time we walk into the hospital, there's the woman there, the sweet old woman who sits there and says, hey, I already printed out your badges so you don't have to wait in line. It's the security who takes me to and from the hospital and always has something funny to say and completely distracts me. I call him the fish man. There are so many armies that are surrounding us, and God has been opening our eyes. It's when we go to the NICU and all those nurses, they greet us and they want to show pictures, and they said, hey, your boys are going to do better, and I know it, and we've been praying for you guys. And God was so good that we found out that one of the doctors, she was Brazilian, and hey, our Portuguese isn't all that great, and neither was hers, but there was something comforting about speaking in our mother country, our native language, yes, and when we started speaking to her and she would sit there, and one time we stayed almost till 12 o'clock at night and she was explaining to us all the procedures and helping us and all, and then in the end she gave us a hug, and we just felt so hugged and moved and loved by God that day. And so God has been showing us that we are surrounded by angel armies, and our side is greater than the enemy's side. It's when we go back to the Quantum house that you guys know we've been staying there, and they say, hey, we're going to give you guys one more week, and we're going to let you guys stay here as long as your boys need for you to stay here. It's the staff who are more interested in seeing baby pictures than we are, and we just keep showing them. And we are surrounded by an army of angels, and God has been showing us that. But you know what's even cooler than being surrounded by an army of angels? Renee and I have seen that it's better sometimes to give than to receive. And I thought, God, even in this situation, can we give? And God gave us the ability to do just that. You guys know that in the Quantum house there are other families there who are also going through challenging times with their kids. And one time I called Renee and I said, hey, where are you? It's already getting late. And he says, I'm at the mall. I said, well, what in the world are you doing at the mall? And he said, I'm here with a Russian friend. I said, you don't have a Russian friend. And he said, hey, I met this guy from the house that we're at. And I called him back and I said, hey, well, you're still not here. Where are you? He goes, now I'm in Marshall because he needed a sweater. And so Renee met this guy and we met his family, and we've just been so compelled to somehow help them. And we thought, Lord, even in this situation, we can help someone else. And we've been invested, Renee could say. Renee says that he is invested in this family, and he had to leave, and his wife is going to stay here with their daughter for another 4 months. They don't speak the language. We honestly have a hard time speaking to each other. We're using Google Translate, but we've realized that kindness does not need a language. And so my encouragement to you guys is, hey, our boys are doing great. They're doing awesome. The only thing they have left is their little feeding tubes, but they're getting the breast and the bottle more and more, and they're getting healthy and they're getting strong. But you know what? Thank you for being our angel armies, but we're excited to be someone else's angel armies. And we just want you guys to have the experience that we have, that even in this, to say, God, open their eyes that they might see the angel armies that are all around them. And one last story that I want to share. I went to the NICU recently, hearing this whole thing that Reed, he might have had a hernia, and we were still up in the air because he was going to have to do a surgery. But through your prayers and our prayers, they later found out that it was just a little fluid buildup and his body would absorb it. But that day I said, Lord, can you distract me? Can you just make me useful? I don't want to come in the NICU and be all sad and pity me and oh, poor me. And I said, give me someone to talk to. And that day, I told Renee, that day was so awesome because there was a student there. He was doing different rotations. And I started talking to him, hey, what's your story? Why did you decide to be a nurse? And he told me about a mission trip that he went to, and he actually wants to be a medical missionary. And he started telling me about all these crazy things, and I started to share him about I Believe and all this stuff, and about I Believe Ranch. And in the end, he recommended a book that I read in 2 days, and it was so encouraging. So God uses people like He's used you guys to be our angel armies, and then He gives us the opportunity to be someone else's angel armies. And so we're excited about our new Russian friends. And Renee said either they're going to learn English or we're going to learn Russian, but until then we're going to use Google Translate. But I want you guys to listen to this song that Renee's going to sing because it has been our anthem. God every week sort of gives us a song, and this has been the song for this week, and I hope it encourages you.
You are my morning song. Though darkness fills the night, it cannot hide the light. Whom shall I fear? You crush the enemy underneath my feet. You are my sword and shield. Though troubles linger still, whom shall I fear? I know who goes before me, I know who stands behind. The God of angel armies is always by my side. The one who reigns forever, He is a friend of mine. The God of angel armies is always by my side.
We're a little distracted. You guys can't see it, but there's Jackson Keo here. They're wrestling around. Here. This is the newest addition, our little guy, and then there's Keo over there, which you guys know Keo. But anyways, I hope you guys are encouraged by that song. There's nothing to fear because God is on our side fighting for us. Even though sometimes we can't see it, we are surrounded by angel armies. So thank you again. We'll continue to give you updates, but right now our biggest prayer is they told us that the boys are getting ready to leave. They're both already out of their incubator. They only have the little feeding tube left, and so if all goes well this week, they will be able to leave by this weekend. So that's what we're praying for. But hey, guess what? Even if they can't, maybe we just need to stay one more week so that we can meet another family. Who knows? It doesn't matter. So thank you again. We love you guys. Thank you for being our angel armies, and we're happy that God has given us the opportunity to be someone else's angel armies. God bless.